Hey guys, it's Isaac, and today's a big day because this week I'm beginning my very first episodic Star Wars mock. As you know from the title of this video, this is going to be Tython, a location in The Mandalorian Season 2 that I really enjoyed. I liked the look of it, I liked the story, and Boba Fett was amazing in this episode. This whole mock is going to probably revolve around Boba Fett getting his armor back and taking out those stormtroopers like they're nothing. This mock is going to be not one 32x32 base plate, not two 32x32 base plate, but 3 base plates are going to make up the base of this build. As you can see, I already have the foundation sort of laid out with a border around the edge. This border helps to keep the bottom of the mock flush with a table or surface, and it's going to be covered in some black tiles to give this mock a really clean look to that bottom edge. So all of the colored parts you won't be able to see at the end. As you can see, I've got some of my stormtroopers set up here on the base plate. I will be using the new style stormtroopers for this build because I have a lot more of them. I know some people aren't huge fans of the new helmet molds, but I find them to be really well done, and honestly there's not going to be a problem with them for this build. I also did a few explosions because there's going to be some action in this build, so I used a lot of orange pieces to create some really cool looking explosions, and one of them actually has a stormtrooper getting blown into the air by the explosion, and the look of that is achieved in a really cool way with the stormtrooper holding on to that antenna piece. But let's take a look at some other stuff. One thing I was super excited for this build is the Imperial lander that appears in the episode. This is where all the stormtroopers come pouring out, and I couldn't wait to build this vehicle. Literally, I could not wait. So here it is. The design is completely finished, and honestly, I am super proud of this build. I took a lot of reference photos so I could get the shaping of the build correct, and this could be a really nice Lego set. It's quite strong, pretty swooshable, and illegal techniques are kept to a minimum. However, I was still able to capture a lot of the shapes really well. The Imperial lander has some really cool features, including a landing platform that drops down. For the build, I'm actually not going to use this one. This is only used for when it's closed, so that the outside of the platform looks really nice. But obviously the stormtroopers will be coming out during the build, so I'm going to use this one instead, which is made to look nice from the inside and has some studs for stormtroopers to be placed while they're walking down that platform. It also has rotating turrets on the sides, a door for access on either side, and a really neat little hatch on top for minifigures to climb in and out of the top of the lander. There is a pretty nice interior inside. As you can see, we've got 6 seats for stormtroopers to sit in while they're waiting their deployment. And there's also room for 2 extra stormtrooper blasters. And my mom could tell what it was just by looking at it, so I guess I did something right. Because this mock is technically not really that big, I'm only going to include 1 lander, and I'm also going to have to sadly leave out the Razor Crest. Even though I do have the Razor Crest set, it is beautiful by the way, I won't be able to fit it into this build because only 1 base plate will be devoted to the flat area where all the ships land. This base plate here is going to be where the lander is, and it'll have the stormtroopers pouring out. The middle base plate will have the mountain coming up, and this is where Boba Fett will be destroying stormtroopers, and they'll be shooting down at the stormtroopers trying to come up. And on this last base plate will be the full mountain with Grogu on his little pedestal. On top of that, I'll have the Jedi Shrine rocks coming up, and I think the composition is going to look really cool going from low ground to high ground. I'm still working on the Boba Fett custom. I'm gonna have to buy some pieces to make sure he matches his appearance in the episode, but I really want to show this guy off in his glory right there in the center of the mock, so I'm going to make sure that he looks exactly the same as he did in the episode, and I'm not going to just use one of Lego's Boba Fett minifigures by itself. I'm going to swap out some parts, make that look good. But another very important minifigure we need for this build is Beskar Mando, and as of right now, the only set that comes with Beskar Mando is the new Trouble on Tatooine, dropped January 2021 and sold out pretty instantly. I was unfortunately not fast enough to get it on Lego.com, on Amazon. It sold out, and I even ordered it from Target and they canceled my order, which is crazy. That's never happened before, but I finally managed to get my hands on it. Here it is. A lot of work went into getting this thing to me, so I'm so glad that I finally have it in hand. Beskar Mando is in this box, and he is one of the most amazing minifigures Lego has made for Star Wars in a long time, and he is absolutely vital to this build. So let's pop open the set. I'm going to build it real quick. I'm not really going to do a review, but I might let you guys check out some of the stuff because, yeah, I really just bought this for Beskar Mando. I already have Baby Yoda, all that stuff. But yeah, let's take a look. And Trouble on Tatooine is done. As I expected, this set is amazing. As always, there are a few minor things that nobody really enjoys, but all in all, it's an amazing set, especially for the price and especially for this Beskar Mando. We've got that beautiful arm printing. He's looking really, really good. One thing I would like to quickly change with this minifigure is his neck attachment. In the show, his cape is not really that noticeable, especially compared to his jetpack. The ideal thing to do would be to get a Jango Fett jetpack, which is in silver, but since I don't have Jango Fett at the moment, I'm gonna grab a jetpack off this random Mandalorian from the Clone Wars, and I'm gonna take his jetpack and put it onto the Mandalorian. Actually, I wonder if the jetpack will fit over the cape. Lego probably doesn't want you to do that because it'll ruin the cape, but I bet you could probably force it. Hey, not bad. I'm not sure why nobody's done this before. That works really well. Yeah, let me just put the head and helmet back on, and that's a major improvement right there. I mean, look at that. Now he's got the jetpack. Very nice. Baby Yoda is here, exactly the same as before. And to give you a quick look at the rest of the set, we've got a Tusken Raider, basically the newest version. He looks really good with all of his brothers and sisters. We've got the beautiful ballista. They went all out with this design. It looks super detailed and really well done, as well as being able to fire. Hope I didn't break my lens. I don't know where that missile went, and I hope I can find that again because, oh, I know where it went. It's up my sleeve. Haha, like a magician. That missile actually comes in flat silver for the very first time, and it looks really, really good. Beautiful incorporation of that missile launcher into the ballista itself. And the ballista is just, I mean, it looks really good and really inspires me to build a crate dragon, that's for sure. Here we have the gappy tent. This is where the Tusken Raiders live, and it's got lots and lots of gaps. Obviously, Lego wanted to make it very easy to build and very easy to play with, so they didn't focus too much on the aesthetic of it, but I find it to be pretty okay for a Lego set. I may go and modify this later to make it look a little bit better, but yeah, that's it for the gappy tent. And then for the speeder, I find this to be pretty oversized. They did do a good job trying to keep it sort of small, but it's still like way bigger than it needs to be. I honestly would like it a lot more if the speeder in the set was more like this. Much more compact, still as detailed, but just a lot more to scale with minifigures. And actually, the other thing I want to do is swap out this cape. This comes in dark brown in one of the Mandalorian battle packs, and I feel like dark brown color works better for Mando's cape, so I'm going to put that on the Beskar Mando, and hopefully buy a silver Jango Fett jetpack sometime in the near future to get this Mando looking absolutely perfect. But for now, that looks really, really good. As you can see, the dark brown is just closer to the color in the show. And I'm gonna put this other gray cape, which is already, you can see it, it's already starting to wrinkle there where that jetpack was squishing down on it. So please don't do this at home unless you are a Lego professional like me. This Beskar Mando is amazing and totally worth the $30 I spent on this set. This is going straight to the build. This is going into the Lego bin. I can't think of anything more to say for this update. You may think we didn't get a lot of progress done because I haven't actually started on the design of the location, but we actually did. We got a lot of the minifigures as well as this incredible Imperial lander. If you guys want me to do a video just building this so you can see how it's put together and you can do it with your own parts, please let me know. It's actually a really fun design and I think you guys would benefit from this build a lot. And I know those videos do really good where I just build it, so let me know down in the comments if you want one of those. Next week, I'm going to be focusing on actually beginning the build of Tython. I'm going to be going from your right to left and starting with this base plate here. This is going to be kind of where the Imperials land, so I figured it makes sense to start with this and then move along to the very last base plate, which is like kind of the main centerpiece, the highest point, the Jedi Shrine, where Baby Yoda Grogu reaches out and finds Luke, as we know in the very final episode. But yeah, thank you, subscribe, like this video, and I will see you in the next video. Also, this may not be every week. I don't know, like parts coming in, if I'm buying on Bricklink, you know, I can't always expect parts to be here in time. So I'm just gonna put out an episode when I'm able to and when I feel like I have a good, solid update for you guys, something where big stuff happens. But when I'm not making these videos, I'll always have other build videos as well as my Ultimate Lego Room videos. So go check out some of those because if you like this, you'll probably like those as well. And speaking of the Ultimate Lego Room, this series will get moved into the Lego Room as soon as that is ready for use. And if you haven't seen what the Lego Room looks like, it is amazing. It's the coolest room I've ever seen and I can't believe it's in my house. I can't believe I designed it We're gonna be buying some IKEA tables soon, and it's gonna look amazing. So please go check out those videos, and that's where we're gonna be moving once that's finished. That'll help out a lot with just video production and having my Lego sorted and just having table space free to build. But yeah, I think I've said I've run out of things to say like 3 times now, and I still have more things to say. Bye.